Contested adoptions are a real tricky topic to cover. Usually when I have a consultation with new clients, most people think that their adoption's contested, and it is contested, but it's really the termination case is contested. DCS in 99% of the adoptions that I handle the termination of parental rights in an involuntary termination action. Now there are cases though where DCS can't or won't get the termination done in their involuntary termination case. In those situations, some clients have to look into what we call a contested adoption. In a contested adoption, you're basically taking a different route to terminate parental rights. DCS tends to do that in an involuntary termination action. You can also do that in an adoption action. In a contested adoption, under Indiana Code 311998, you have to prove either the parent is unfit to be a parent, the parent has failed to pay support for the child for a period of 12 months, the parent has failed to communicate with the child for a period of 12 months, or the parent has abandoned a child for a period of 6 months. It's really these three, unfitness, failure to communicate, and failure to support, that most contested adoptions rely on. You don't need to have all three, you just need to have one, but it's certainly better to have 2 or 3 of those than to have just one. Failure to communicate is pretty straightforward. Has a parent gone a period of 12 months or more without communicating with the child? If you can prove that, you've met that burden. The next is failure to support the child. And that we're looking to see if the parent has basically paid any kind of child support or any kind of maintenance to help raise that child. The third is unfitness. Now there's no real legal definition of unfitness, but it's kind of one of those things, you know it when you see it. A competent adoption attorney that handles contested adoptions will very quickly be able to size up whether or not the parents in your case are unfit to be parents. Contested adoptions can also be very expensive. You can spend thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on your contested adoption. Parents, on the other hand, will get a free attorney. Contested adoptions can take months, maybe even over a year to settle. Pursuing a contested adoption is not something I recommend to a lot of people. You have to have a really specific situation and a really tight and strong case to pursue this. The last piece of this we need to cover is, what about DCS? In a contested adoption, in a contested DCS adoption, you still need DCS's consent to the adoption. In some situations, DCS will kind of take a back seat once the adoption court takes over, and DCS will just kind of say whatever the adoption court decides we'll go with. In other situations, DCS will vigorously litigate this case against you. So again, consulting with a competent attorney that handles contested adoptions would be a smart move before you pull the trigger on a contested adoption. I really hope you found this video helpful. Thanks a lot for watching. Do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on the video and make sure to hit the subscribe and bell button to get future notifications of any of our future videos. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Bye.